socks, ladies and gentlemen, your used holy socks. Socks like this, with a hole in the sole or in the heel. I've saved up a number of them. So what to do with all of these socks? Now, I have laundered them, so these are clean socks with holes. And if you've read my book, Housekeeping Hints and Tips from Captain W, there is a long list of things you can do with used socks. I'll read a few of them out. Putting over the ends of ladders when they touch the wall. As pockets for fragile objects such as cameras, spare light bulbs, or stored mugs. I'm not sure whether I'd bother to do that with mugs, but I might well do it for fragile glassware. Yeah. And there we have it. A whiskey glass in a sock that stands a chance of arriving safely at its destination. You can use them for gadgets also, for travel. You've probably already guessed what the drawback with this technique is, which is you get to your destination, the Kindle is intact, but the sock is relatively useless because it has a hole in it. So why wouldn't you simply use one of your good socks to protect the gadget? Let's look at a few others. To wear on your hands when picking up something hot. Well, there's a thought. What might you want to pick up that's hot? As storage containers for electrical cables. There's a problem with that one too, isn't there? You can't see the cable, so you don't know what it is. Much better to use plastic bags, translucent plastic bags for that. Now here's the best one. For putting over your hand and wiping the car windscreen. Beware, ladies and gentlemen, of wiping a car windscreen with the back of your hand, because even the cleanest skin is oily, and those oils will end up on the windscreen and make your windscreen streaky. Keeping a bouquet of flowers nicely bunched in a vase. This is one of the rather sacrificial uses of a sock, because after having a bunch of flowers in it, well, you have to make a decision after that, don't you? I mean, you either throw the sock away or you wash it again. Putting on the outsides of stored shoes to protect the leather, especially, of course, when you're traveling. Putting over a bicycle saddle. Why would you do that? No idea. Putting over the end of a vacuum cleaner hose when picking up spilled beads, rice, or lentils. As washcloths in the bathroom. Yes, indeed. You try to wash yourself with a flannel, and it keeps slipping out of your hand, doesn't it? To wrap ornaments in when moving house. Well, that's very much the same as wrapping up glassware, isn't it? Putting on the ends of sharp scaffolding pipes, presumably so that people don't cut themselves if they accidentally bump into them. Wiping car engine dipsticks. Of course, that's a sacrificial use for a sock. I would have thought it would make more sense there to use plastic gloves and a piece of kitchen towel or tissue paper. Putting over the ends of rolls of Christmas wrapping paper or wallpaper, because when you store rolls of paper for months on end, they unroll. They do. With toes cut out for anchoring saplings to stakes or storing bunches of canes. Yes, you could do that, or you could use a piece of string. With toes cut out as knee or elbow supports when hiking or skiing. That could be a good one. When I walked the Camino, I didn't think I would need knee support, but I certainly did. And if I'd had a couple of old socks, I could easily have made some makeshift knee supports by cutting out the toes of old socks, and they would even have had a nice bend in them for my knees. To put over glass bottles to stop them clinking together in the car. They do clink. No problem on a short journey, but on a long journey, it can drive you round bend. For your picnic, keeping cans of beer cool and keeping steel thermos flasks warm. Many of you may have noticed that when you go on a hike on a cold winter's day, you make your thermos of hot tea to take with you, even in the best stainless steel thermos flask. If it's very cold for a few hours, the tea will get a bit cold. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Many uses for old socks with holes. Of course, the main thing is not to throw them out, to keep them somewhere. How do you keep them? Because where do you keep them? Where do you keep them that they're not going to confuse you and where they're not going to get back into your sock collection? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for paying attention to this short talk about socks that have holes in them.